The Ohio Veterans Hall of Fame recognizes Ohio's distinguished men and women who have worn the uniform of our nation's armed forces and then continue to contribute to their communities, state, and nation through exceptional acts of volunteerism, advocacy, professional distinction, public service, and philanthropy. The Ohio Veterans Hall of Fame. Nominate a veteran today.
Terry Johnson, United States Air Force, Operations Desert Shield and Desert Storm. From Germantown, Ohio. I graduated in 1983 at Valley View High School, and I am the epitome of never say never, because all of the things I've done since high school that I said I would never do, I have done. I've been in the Air Force, I went to college, I got married, I have kids, and I'm an elected official. How I ended up in the Air Force was after high school, I let my parents pick where I went to school for college because I'd been injured. Unfortunately, I was wanting to take over for Ron Say when he retired from the Dodgers. And that ended my baseball career. So my parents said, go into computer schools. That's what you want to do because the wave and the craze is going into computers. So I did and went to computer school for 2 years. It was a technical college. And after the 2 years, I said, well, it's not so bad. I think I'll go 2 more and finish up, get my bachelor's. Lo and behold, the school I went to was non-accredited. We didn't find that out until 2 years, $7,500 and 101 credit hours later. So I was going to start back over at square one. At that point, I said, no, thank you. I'm done with school. I went to work and worked for several years and found out what I was doing and working in the factory just wasn't for me. In the military, you can do things a whole lot differently than you can in the civilian world when it comes to the medical profession. I performed surgeries, delivered babies, Dr. Pimple Popper. If you've ever seen that show, I have been Dr. Pimple Popper. I ended up in Lackland Air Force Base for basic training. I've also been at Wright Pat here in Ohio, also Rickenbacker, and then I ended up at Rhine Mine in Frankfurt for Operations Desert Shield and Desert Storm. We were kind of the associate backup group when the individuals were injured for the conflict in the desert. They came to us. So once they were injured, they came to us. We patched them up, gave them meds, made sure their vitals were good, and we got them ready for the 14-hour flight coming back home to the United States. When I got out, my younger brother, who I'm going to give some credit, and it's tough giving your younger brother credit, sat down and talked to me and asked me what I was going to do. And I said, well, I really don't know. I said, but it's not going to involve the medical field. And he asked me about becoming a teacher, which I laughed because with my experience of going to that first college, you know, and going to college and then being a teacher, and I wasn't one of those kids that was a bad student, but I wasn't really fond of school. But I just kind of laughed and said, tell me why. Tell me why the kid that didn't like school should be a teacher. And his comment was that I was good with people, that I was good with listening and talking to people, that I was a good athlete and I could coach kids while I was at it. And the biggest thing, and the thing that really changed my mind, was to take all the training that I'd gotten in the Air Force and not lose it and throw it away, teach someone else to do what I was taught how to do. And to this day, I'm now 25 years deep as a science teacher, and I teach high school anatomy of all things. And one thing that I've really enjoyed through my career is serving and helping others. I've been a council member for 27 years now, and for 17 of those years, I was the actual president of the council. In 2001, I decided to move over one chair from the president's seat to the mayor's seat, and I was blessed of being elected. I'm now in my second year of my first term of being the mayor of Germantown, Ohio. As a civilian, I'm humbled, extremely humbled. As a veteran, I'm extremely honored because I know of what it's taken to get to where I'm at. I know there are folks from previous eras, World War II and World War I, that have gone on before. And so to still be living and get the honor is very big for me. But I feel that veterans are a group of people that are a little bit mistreated and forgotten by our government. So to be remembered by the public and get this honor is very big for me.
Selection and induction into the Ohio Veterans Hall of Fame is a great honor. Nominate a veteran today.